Let's jump back into it today with Keeping Tabs with your girl Mia. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate the love and support, people. Also, I want to try something a little new. So, if you are checking out my video here on YouTube, drop your comment and also drop your @name for Instagram. I'm doing shout outs as well. So, if you put your Instagram name in my comments, I will shout you out my next video. So hopefully we can try to, boost you up some followers as well. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of thing, you feel me? But again, I'm so happy for all the love and support you guys with the subscribes, the likes, the views. Keep it coming, keeping up, because when you keep this up, it's going to keep me motivated to keep giving you guys good content. So let's get straight into today's docket, ladies and gentlemen. So the feds are finding Rick Ross for doing some real cheap-ish to his Wingstop employees. Like, honey, are you serious? All the millions you got, but we're going to get into that. Omarion is dropping trailers and more preview clips for his behind the scenes of the Millennium Tour. Honey, we're going to get into that shit. We're going to get into that tea. And just my personal opinion with the whole B2K missing Omarion with the Drink Champs thing with Nori. ASAP Rocky is charged with assault for allegedly shooting his former rap associate, gang friend, whatever the hell, ASAP Relly. And yeah, we're just gonna get into these topics. So Nicki Minaj and the Barbs are trying to imply that Cardi B is trying to sabotage the premiere debut numbers and streaming numbers of Super Freaky Girl by trying to low-key promote Beyonce's Break My Soul. Let me tell you something. If Bardi Gang wants to do that, that's Bardi Gang. I don't think that Cardi B has enough time to be putting people on payroll to create these outlandish, crazy ideas to stop Nicki Minaj in her tracks. Nicki Minaj's time has been up, but it's like, have you ever squeezed a ketchup bottle and you turn that bitch upside down? You're trying to get the very, very last little bit of ketchup, and the only thing to come out is water. That's Nicki Minaj's career, okay? So Cardi B doesn't have to do any of that, because it's coming to an abrupt end. It's going to be ending soon. This whole Vanguard Award thing, honey, you gave us watered down Anaconda. We're not impressed, okay? You still look good. You could stand a few, lose a couple of lbs, but the point is, you're not that influential anymore. We've seen it all. You've done it all. Rainbow hair, the eyes, the half eyelash, the crazy clothes, the Lady Gaga influence. We get it. We've been there, done that. You did the Takashi wig. Look, your influence, your time is tick, 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 boom. Okay? You were hot when I was in high school. Okay? I'll give you that. You made high school very colorful for the girls. You sure did. But guess what? The babies who are now buying music, the kids that are graduating high school now going to college, these little girls are wearing lace fronts, and the extra extendo nails with the lash extensions in high school, baby. They're contouring in high school. Baby, all I had was lip gloss and maybe some mascara, okay? These girls want fashion. They want name brand, designer. And you know who is the influence of that? Cardi B. That's not you anymore, okay? Crayola Crayon Clown Box. It's done. It's a wrap. Wrap it up, okay? I hate to break it to you, babes, but Cardi B doesn't have to do all of that legwork, behind the scenes crap to make Super Freaky Girl jump right off the billboards, just like Blick Blick, just like We Go Down, just like Do You Have a Problem? Yeah, now you see them, now you don't. Abracadabra, poof, they're gone right off the billboards. But so let's just get into what they're trying to claim, and their claim to fame. They're trying to hold on. Let's just read the exclusive facts. Super Freaky Girl 4 days has surpassed Cardi B's Up 5 days, and is now the fastest solo female rap song to reach 10 million streams on Spotify. Do you want a damn donut? Okay, baby. I said it now, and I'm going to say it again for the girls in the back and for the girls in the front. It was here today, and it will be gone tomorrow. But let's get into this article, since Ash Miracle Ashy Throw here on YouTube wants to continue to boast and brag about Nicki Minaj. Let's get into a very honest Cutthroat Review. Nicki Minaj's new song is awful. Where does she go from here? Hopefully to her home with her child in a gym. Nicki Minaj has had a really, really hard few weeks. No, I'm not talking about her former assistant's accusations that Minaj had committed tax fraud or that her husband Kenneth Petty was continuing a well-documented pattern of abuse and harassing her female staff members. I'm talking about the daunting, terrifying, and formidable undertaking of having to rename her new single. What should the name of hashtag Freaky Girl be, y'all? Yep, we had to change it, she tweeted in the sweltering final hours of July. Until then, Minaj had repeatedly teased the song as Freaky Girl on her socials to tune of millions of views and excitement from the bars over the imminent return. But at the last minute, her team had run into an unexplained legal wall over the song title. Minaj didn't say whether the name change had anything to do with the song's sample of the Rick James classic Super Freak, just that she was offering 3 new options for fans to vote on. He won a Freaky Girl, Super Freaky Girl, and Nick James were the 3 options. A week later, Minaj dropped the cover for the single officially called Super Freaky Girl, despite Nick James eking out 0.6% more than the fan vote on Instagram. Thank you for over 200k votes, but we could not legally use the name Freak or Freaky Girl, she wrote. You're stuck with this. Ironically, you're stuck with this is the perfect line of Nicki Minaj's current state. She's been throwing nothing but scraps to her loyal fans for years, and Super Freaky Girl is no different. The single is a phoned-in retread of what made Anaconda so exciting 8 years ago. A sample of the song that everyone and their mother is highly familiar with, chopped and screwed in a playful, hyper-sexualized new package, complete with a few new braggadocious bars. This is a standard formula that Nicki Minaj perfected over a decade ago in her first hits, and listening to Super Freaky Girl feels like eating junk food out of a package embolized with block letters that say new look, same great taste. It's recognizable, and if you don't think so or think too much about it, it tastes good. But eventually you look down at the package and wonder when you'll grow up and stop settling for this garbage. Admittedly, when I listened to it, I could tell that Nicki Minaj is doing her best to penetrate my better judgment with this nefarious use of the world's most potent drug, nostalgia. Listening to Super Freaky Girl no less than 20 times for the story reminded me of a simpler time when I was younger and held fewer moral scruples in the face of a catchy song. I look back fondly on Bud Light Limerita soaked evenings with friends when we all flocked to the dance floor, aka the unfurnished portions of someone's studio apartment, to scream Anaconda outro together. This one is for my bitches with the fat ass in the fucking club, we shout, despite not having fat asses nor being in the fucking club. But that's just the kind of contagious, vivacious joy that Nicki Minaj used to bring to her music. Listening to Super Freaky Girl in comparison is like if I were starting to buy malt liquor from the bodega and immediately text all my friends from college I haven't spoken to in years, a desperate attempt at reliving a time where I felt my most powerful. To say the song adds nothing of value to Minaj's career is a wild and vast understatement. The bars are flat, the punchlines couldn't have been written by Nicki Minaj AI, and the Rick James sample is doing all the heavy lifting. Even Minaj seems to know that the song is grave embarrassment. In the lead up to its release, she posted several videos of herself on Instagram set to the song where she stares hollowly into the camera, rolling around dead-eyed and posing on various pieces of ugly furniture. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that she had someone behind the camera threatening her. But instead, this is just Nicki Minaj at 2022. Out of ideas, going through the motions, hoping the plummeting number of barbs will bring its returns. But perhaps the worst offense of Super Freaky Girl isn't Minaj's inability to grow as an artist or to make music that sounds better than all of her copycats. It's that the song is co-written and produced by Dr. Luke, who is known to be a disgraced hitmaker who embattled in several ongoing lawsuits after being accused of Kesha's sexual assault and emotional abuse. In 2020, a judge ruled that Kesha had defamed Dr. Luke after filed a countersuit against her, lodging a setback in her already debated I don't know, something about allegations. In the years since Kesha filed her initial lawsuit, several artists with a history of working alongside Dr. Luke have refrained from collaborating with him, Doja Cat, while others have seemingly stayed loyal, not Doja Cat. perhaps out of the meeting the requirements of publishing contracts. It would take no effort at all for Minaj to abstain from Dr. Luke production, but she seems to enjoy being a contrarian, child, whatever, who aligns herself with alleged and confirmed abusers like her husband. In the past 5 years alone, Minaj has collaborated several times with convicted sex criminals. Tekashi 6ix9ine bailed her brother out of jail. He was charged with raping a minor and has been entrenched in a campaign to silence the survivor of her husband's sexual assault after he was convicted of first-degree attempted rape in 1995. Minaj's pattern to work with in supporting the repugnant men around her is disturbing to say the least, and it washes Super Freaky Girl in a dingy, unflattering light. The lyric, "His ex-bitch went up against me, but she didn't survive." Wow, rape survivor? Wow, didn't survive? It's particularly sour, given the accusations brought against Minaj and Petty by Petty's victim. With her career in flux and her personal life making far more headlines than her music, Nicki Minaj is in a state of desperation, one that not even a Video Vanguard Award at the upcoming VMAs or a reconning of self-proclaimed documentary series will be able to change. Considered among her past musical triumphs and her current legal and social woes, Super Freaky Girl is the last-ditch attempt at one more hit before Nicki Minaj resigns herself to legacy act status. How simple and gratifying it would be to have one of the most talented, charismatic rappers in history admit her wrongdoings and express a little remorse, distancing herself. Oh God, I tried to make that shit sound more distancing herself once and for all from the super freaky men she keeps collaborating with. Instead of the words of Nicki Minaj herself, we're stuck with this, honey. I literally read an article for damn near 11 minutes of this shit flaming her ass up from top to bottom. I'm looking very forward to August 28th though. Moving on. Feds have fined Rick Ross and family members for allegedly making employees pay for safety training and cash register shortages at Mississippi Wingstop restaurants. According to XXL, the feds have fined Rick Ross and his family members of multiple Wingstop violations in Mississippi. It is believed that employees were legally forced to pay for background checks, safety training, cash register shortages, and uniforms. This would sometimes cause the hourly rate to be lower than 7.25 minimum wage. So hold the hell up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me this man who got this big ass estate in Atlanta, Georgia, who has about 500 parked cars, trucks, motorcycles, ATVs, go-karts, dune buggies, lawn mowers that are all color coordinated and strategically angledly parked on a lawn because it's too big and too much inventory for a regular driveway. This man, Mr. Big Titty himself, with several Wingstops plus the money that he gets from his radio plays, his royalties from music, anything that he's been ever associated in with life. You mean to tell me if the register comes out short, he docks these poor people pay who are already making under $7.25 and cuts their check and then puts that money into the cash register? Are you serious? Ain't no way. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. He ain't doing that. Is he really? Really? That's how we getting down. You best friends and BFS with Mr. Love himself, Diddy, rubbing elbows with billionaires, and you over here penny pinching people from the damn Wingstop? Ain't no way. You're making them pay for safety training? Are you serious? And background checks. Now, background checks and paying for them if you have a 1099 job, not a W-2 type of job, I understand that. But honey, this is a restaurant. What do you need Okay. I don't know what else to say to that. Other than that's one cheap ass nigga.
Maybach, can I get a salad? Whoa. 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 Shit the figure.
Moving right along. So Omarion has came out with some pretty serious allegation. Now I'm not gonna hold you. What Omarion did, with the whole Unbothered movement and everything like that with the B2K and April Jones situation, he definitely left out on top. I'm not going to lie, even though this has nothing to do with his character, I think a lot of people in the masses are a little bit turned off from Omarion from that versus battle with Mario. He just went out real sad. So no, that had nothing to do with April Jones and it had nothing to do with B2K, but it had something to do with his like legend status. I'm not going to hold you. It definitely did something to his legendary status. We already know that Omarion was never a vocalist, honey, but he was the good guy. You know, he was the guy that was being unbothered, being the bigger person, putting his feelings into his music and into his songs, and even his recent stuff is very, very good. But that versus battle, I feel like just left a little bit of a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths because I feel like a lot of people were rooting for him. And at this point, with him taking, you know, the L's with having his baby mama, you know, bang his ex band member and stuff, it's like you just want Omarion to win. And I feel like that's what happened at the verses. We just want him to win in every single possible way where he's presented on screen, whatever opportunity he has. We just want the man to win because, you know, that's embarrassing. And now this girl is flaunting around with freaking Tay Diggs of all people. You know, I love me some Tay Diggs, but that just don't make no sense with that collab right there. But if you look at the preview, and I will insert the clip. I'm not understanding Raz B. J-Bug has always been a wishy-washer, a little bit of a snake. But if Raz B is taunting you in your face with this t-shirt about Chris Stokes, you mean to tell me you're still willing to turn your back on Omarion? Why? Because of some money? That's what it's all about. It's all about the money. This man is saying, J-Bug, your BFF is saying basically that the trauma that you've endured from another man taking your hole, okay, him penetrating that hole as a little boy, and making y'all posing like little suspect pictures with your little tighty whities on. You're okay with this man that's supposed to be your best friend making fun about your experience that has caused you so much trauma to the point you had a nervous breakdown on the tour because you thought Chris Stokes was lurking around the corner. But you can still stand with that man on Drink Champs with Nori. But you mean to tell me that you can't sit up here and show some love to Omarion? Oh, I get it, because he cut your water off. Oh, okay. He cut your water off. That's what it is. So you mean to tell me you'll let money ruin your situation that bad to the point that, you know, you're willing to sit with your snake, your brother that's making fun and light of your situation? That's another, that lets you know that money is truly the root of all evil. Anytime you can turn your back on things that just morally make sense, you're willing to turn your back on that for some chump change. Moving right along. And this is the last topic for my night. A$AP Rocky is charged with assault for allegedly shooting A$AP Relly. A$AP Relly is coming forward as 2022 shooting victim of A$AP Rocky. Rocky. Child, his tongue is rolling because his tongue is ready to go to bed, okay? Plans to sue rapper over irreplaceable harm to his career. Honey. Okay. Now, I don't know much about A$AP Relly's career to say whether A$AP Rocky it was a detriment to it one way or the other. We're not gonna go there because the only two people we acknowledge out of A$AP, honestly, is A$AP. Unfortunately, with the same damn flow, he's stuck in a time warp in fucking 2011, and then we get A$AP Ferg. I don't know nothing about Relly, but let me tell you something. This ain't looking too good for your boy. This ain't looking too good for your boy A$AP. First of all, that down bitch song, whatever the hell that piece of crap was with Rihanna in the video, let me tell you something. Y'all did not support that. Nobody didn't support it because your ears work. This is not a good look for Riri whatsoever, but I've never been a big fan of her. I like her music to an extent. Her as a person, garbage. Absolute garbage. If you really do your research about Rihanna and really look at like her YouTube and the recordings of her, she is a nasty little thing. She's nasty. And it's mainly the women. It's mainly the other women. You're so bad. You're green-eyed. You got the Caribbean accent, you know. You got the tattoos. You got the bad girl persona and all this other stuff. People should be drooling. So why are you so bothered by others? I don't understand. Kendall Jenner, of all people? Girl, have a nap. Are we really going to compare you to Kendall Jenner? she's not even worth your time. Like the fact that you're even like lowering yourself to even reply to this bullshit. She goes on girls that's on runways and calling people bitches and fuck yous, and we're not gonna forget what she did to Karuchi and Tiana Taylor in the past. Like the girl is a bitch. She's a notified bitch. And this is exactly karma. This is karma right here, if you ask me. And this one might get me some heat on this channel. You might try to come from my neck, but I don't care. Keep your hands to yourself. Okay? I had 2 boys myself. And I'm going to tell them, when a girl puts her hand on you ever in life, you refrain from putting your hands on her. You hold her arms and you try to run the other way. You keep your hands to yourself. You never hit a lady. But let me tell you something. If you ever ball your fist up and punch my son in their nooks and crannies, I can't help you, young lady, for what the retaliation may be. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that Rihanna has done is just karma at this point. She put her hands on Chris Brown first. We saw the documentary. I really wish Chris Brown would have put that out sooner and first, so that he could have got his side out there. Because by the time he put it out, no one really cared except Go Hard Chris Brown fans. And we get it. Because let me tell you something. Ain't no dude gonna punch me in my titty and I'm not gonna swing back. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna try to keep my hands to myself, but you're assaulting me that bad and beating me, and while I'm driving my Lambo, while I'm driving my Honda, it's like, nah, I don't have a Honda, but while I'm driving my car, you're trying to swerve us off the road and you're trying to punch me in my pickle? Girl, you lucky that's all you left with. Period. So, I just feel like all this is karma. No shade. You're too high caliber again. Not only to be flicking off Kendall Jenner, but to be getting knocked up by A$AP Rocky, of all people. So actually, keep your reggae album, keep you in your forehead. You're honestly, so far, it doesn't look like you're doing that great with being a mom, because you're always out in the street chasing behind him, trying to probably burn all the little nasty panties with BV that he gets thrown up on the stage. You probably be holding them bitches with tongs, trying to burn them behind the show, after the show is over, behind the stage. At the end of the day, this is who you chose to get pregnant by. You got pregnant by an habitual nasty nigga who likes to have gangsta parties and orgies, and that twat not gonna keep him. It is what it is. But you over here leaving your baby at home with a nanny is not about to help this man stay loyal to you. And you whited in a Buick. So at the end of the day, baby girl, you need to get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Come on now. But that is all the shade I had to throw your way, okay, tonight. So thank you again for keeping tabs with your girl Mia. I always love it when you guys come back around. Circling back around. Did you come back because you got that notification bell on and then went over? Did you hit me? You saw my Instagram post and you already knew it was time to bring that ass here and look at this. Okay, so hit that like button. You can comment and subscribe. Please do all of that good stuff. Hit that notification bell to know when I drop. And again, people, love you so much and thank you for the support. Peace.